Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to do, I guess, an overview of a role-playing book. DC Adventures, Heroes and Villains, Volume 1. Allies and Enemies from the DC Universe. This is from Green Ronin Publishing, and it is for the DC Adventures, which is also essentially the Mutant and Mastermind 3rd edition. Now it does what it says on the tin. This is A through K, and it is a rogues gallery of heroes and villains from the DC Universe. And it has all of the things written up in the stats for the DC Adventures game, which again is the same thing as Mutant and Mastermind 3rd edition. That's just the generic tie-in to the DC Universe version of the rules. And if you want to play a hero from that setting, this book has probably got it. It's also a really good indication that people in the comics industry did a lot of drugs. There are some really weird-ass characters in here. Now, I haven't read this thing from end to end. I have read these types of books in the past. I love reading these kind of books. When Mutants and Mastermind 2 was very popular, I can remember going on online and finding a thread where people had converted hundreds of heroes from DC and Marvel to the Mutants and Mastermind 2nd edition rules. And it was just a hoot. It really was. It's where I picked up the copy of Mr. Incredible from The Incredibles, which I used for my wife in a brief campaign that we ran together. And if you want to use the character stock, for example, you want to run the Justice League, this book's got what you need. If you're looking for templates, if I want to play a character like, and you name a hero, this book is going to have you covered. You go in there, you find the hero that already exists, you tweak it a little to make it your own, give it a new name, a new description, and you're good to go. You could do this as just people wanting to battle superheroes. You wouldn't even necessarily need a GM if you wanted to do it. You could just grab a book like this and say, okay, we'll roll randomly and these guys go head to head. Which is probably going to be dangerous depending on who goes against who, but entertaining. This is the kind of thing that geeks just love. And I'm one of them. I eat these kind of things up. Now, the book is beautiful. Full color. Since it's a fully licensed DC product, all the illustrations inside are from DC Comics. So you get to see all the different artists that have worked for DC over the years. There's just a really nice presentation. Flat out. It's 300-something pages. It's a really quality product. It feels nice. It looks good. However, I do have a problem with it. Now we're going to get to that part. This book is a slightly smaller version than a standard. So this is a standard gaming book behind it. So it's the same height as a standard gaming book, but it's about an inch narrower. Now, the font in here is also small. And I've mentioned fonts before in role-playing reviews that I don't like small fonts. I know why they did it. It saves pages, but it makes it really difficult to read. Okay? This is not a simple read for my eyes. And my biggest beef with this is that this book was $50 when it was originally released. I picked this up at a comic shop used for $15. And for $15, no problem. If it had been full size and had been $35 originally, I would have bought in for $35. Okay? And if I were to want to do the next volume in this, and I probably do eventually, I'm going to want to collect them all, I will wait until it hits the secondary market, because there is no conceivable way that this book is worth $50. Sorry, that price point was just way too high. I was just stunned when I saw the price on this book. I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. And that's what they've sold it for. Maybe it's because it's a DC licensed book. Maybe they have to cover the costs or something. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's all color print. I would have been happy with black and white, frankly, but that's just me. But for a gaming book, just a reference. There are no rules in this. This is just a monster manual. And for one that's not the standard size. It's only 300 pages. I think they're asking way too much. I mean, the Pathfinder rule system doesn't cost that much. And that's a huge bloody book. It's like 500 pages. Admittedly, not full color. I just think that that's a price point that nobody in the gaming hobby can handle easily. I know I can't. So, if you like DC Adventures or Mutants and Mastermind 3rd edition, and you like DC Heroes, this is definitely a book that's going to interest you. Now, the question is, are you willing to shell out the money for it?